Hey, good afternoon, JCPS. Happy Friday, first week back from Thanksgiving break, and I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving break. JCPS got some rest, relaxation, enjoyed family, and got recharged for this final 3-week stretch before the holiday break. We got some big news since our last weekly wrap-up. The Kentucky Department of Education issued their audit report to JCPS. And let's go back a little bit in time because this is so important. February 14th, 2017, then Commissioner Dr. Stephen Pruitt announced that there was going to be a sweeping audit of JCPS. I was a principal at the time at Dawes High School, and I remember it well, how impactful this was going to be on JCPS because we were under the threat of state takeover or state assistance, and how different that was going to be for this district as a whole. About a year later, a little over a year later, we finally got the audit report, and it showed 276 deficiencies in JCPS that had to be corrected. The original recommendation was state management by then Commissioner Dr. Wayne Lewis. With our board, we went into some negotiations with the Kentucky Board of Education, and we had an agreement where we were going to fix these 276 items. And I'll repeat that, 276 items. And we had a little under 2 years to get that done before the next audit came. And that audit, that 3-week audit, was this fall. End of September, early October, KDE came in, looked at so many documents, interviewed over 1,500 people in that 3-week audit, and we got the results back. And maybe for the first time ever, I don't know specifically, the KDE finished an audit and didn't recommend management or assistance. We went from 276 deficiencies to 27 recommendations. And I'm just so proud of where we've come in a 3-year period. We heard so many of the people in the audit talk about how it's like night and day the way it was 3 years ago. And I can't thank you all enough, JCPS. Every single educator, that 276 deficiencies impacted all of us across every division and every school. And we've worked so hard to correct that, and I just want to thank all of you. Any employee of JCPS has worked hard to make sure that we've corrected these deficiencies, and I'm so proud of the work. We can now close that chapter of KDE oversight in JCPS. We're going to continue to work hard to fix those 27 recommendations and specifically continue our focus on special education moving forward. So I'm just so proud of the work. Thank you, everybody, for that great work. Also on Tuesday, we continued to work with our board around student assignment and changes to student assignment. This is tough work. It has been an issue in JCPS since the mid-50s and really nationally. But it's long overdue the time that we address, especially middle and high school student assignment. The last change to middle and high school was 1984, and we want to ensure racial equity and that every student gets choice in our district. And unfortunately, some of our students haven't gotten the same choice since 1984, and specifically those students in West Louisville. So we're excited to continue that process. We will probably bring it back to our board in early 2021 with recommendations, but we'll continue to work hard. Phase 2 will be elementary school. So we'll be doing that in the next year and a half, 18 months, but we're continuing to work on that, but starting with middle and high school. I want to thank PTA, 15th District PTA, for inviting me to their awards last night. Great awards ceremony. Thanks to everyone being a part of the PTA. It's so important that we continue to support all of our schools and our parents, our teachers, our students get involved in that PTA. Great organization, and thank you for your work. And finally, I want to say to all of our teachers and all of our educators across JCPS, and that includes all of our employees. We got 2 weeks until the holiday break. Let's sprint through that finish line. I specifically want to thank all of our new teachers out there. I know you're working so hard, and this is the time of year when some people can let up. Let's sprint through that finish line. Last 2 weeks, let's have a great last 2 weeks. Thank you to all of our educators, specifically our new teachers, for their work over this first semester. So rest up this weekend. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week.